Right, what a lovely little scene here. Stream going down through the valley. But at the same time, there's a reason why we come here. It's a little bit of an emotional reunion, if you can call it that, because this is the first time that I've been to this site that I haven't spoken to the owner. The reason I can't speak to the owner, Matt Walksler, is the fact that he'd passed away. Now, Dale and I used to have a chat all the time. My sister was here with me one time. Dale took her under her wing, took her inside, gave her a good time. So Dale was the founder of the Wheels Through Time Museum. It's one of many, many museums of motorcycles that I travel to, but it's one that it's one of the few that I come back to. The reason I come back to it is it has this theme, a museum that runs. Now, it's not an old museum. It's not like the British Motorcycle Museum or Sammy Miller's. It was only established in 2002. It shares history of American transportation and motorsports with countless visitors, tens of thousands of visitors, and we're here on Memorial Day. And that's why I think it's rather appropriate that we're here on Memorial Day to recognise Dale's vision to present the machines in a running condition and a lifetime of hard work developing them. So this is a museum that runs. So let us have a look around, taking the museum that runs. And it's set in a lovely Maggie Valley, not too far from Cherokee. In fact, if you look over towards the tree there and the seats, and you look back, previous one, my own Indian motorcycle was actually parked here. And we have people that come from the Ace Cafe. We've seen people with the Ace Cafe. We've seen people that have come from the Isle of Man. And it's not only Harleys that are here. There's quite a wide range of motorbikes here. Like I said, it is Memorial Day weekend, long weekend. So there's sport bikes, there's tourers, and out back all the trailers that Dale used to travel America with to get the bikes through this museum. First time I've been here and it's been muddy too. But nevertheless, so we're going to make our way up to the front of it. There's been some alterations since I was last here. I'm not really sure what the city service is up the back there, but there's a few different things. But anyhow, we've got cars over there too underneath the cover. Haven't seen that. So this is why it's always interesting to come back, and we'll see who we can catch up with. And the other good part of it is that there's a new exhibit, and that chronicles the life at Dale. So it'll be the first opportunity to have a look at that particular aspect. A few old trucks around, things like that. So we'll go inside and have a look. Now, I just told you that this museum has a philosophy. It's a museum that runs. So there's lots of other things here besides just normal motorcycle memorabilia. And this year they have a raffle. They have a raffle each year. There's a 1936 Harley Knucklehead that could be won by you. And that's the one, we'll find it. It's supposed to be finished in custom gold. But as we said, it's a special tribute to Dale, and if you don't know what Dale looked like, then this is what it is. So we're going to pay our admission now, and we're going to have two seniors. Right, now we knew we'd catch up with the Raffle bike somewhere, and this is the Raffle bike right here. It's done in 1936. knucklehead in custom factory gold finish, trimmed in black. See the brilliant black there, with hand pinstriping and chrome accents. 4-speed transmission. It's got full fenders on it. I'll show you the rear fenders there. I'll go around and show you the front fenders as well. Skull dash there, by the way. And that, since it's been done up, it's done 0 miles. So it's got the full fenders there at the front. And I forgot to mention, it's got 100 mile per hour speedo on it there. And it's got all the proper parts on it, specific to this model. And you can buy Raffle tickets in it. And we're just in the front here. We're looking at some of the lovely things, and one of the things we notice here is that the prices are quite reasonable on the merchandise. And we'll just have a look at some of the lovely merchandise here that they have. Shot glasses, recycled coaster packs. So it's great to see that it's now called Dale's World Through Times, not just World Through Time. So that's been a big change. And a very appropriate one too.
But I wanted the green one. Oh wait, I'll get the army green.
Amazing. I do have a matchless.
They're lovely bikes.
Right.
We all started on a matchless. I started on the back of a matchless.
Wow.
Right, now Dale, we might get, can you perhaps hold that
you want
there?
to
Yeah.
Like I said, it's an emotional time for me coming back, but you've got a new exhibit, the Dale exhibit. Can you
Yes.
tell us just very, very briefly about it?
Sure, you know, Wheels Through Time has been here in Maggie Valley for 22 years now. This July 4th will be our 22nd year. We've developed an international reputation for the preservation that we do here, and you know, our exploits over the last 20 or so years, and many of you guys watching probably know of Dale, know who he is a little bit through the Wheels Through Time lens. Now, for us here at the museum, and as time goes on, we have so many new visitors that didn't know who Dale was. So to be able to tell the story not only of this place, but how this place came to be beforehand, and the stages of his life and the inspirations throughout his time here, was really important to us. So a lot of folks know that he created such an incredible museum. They don't know what he did before that.
No, even myself, I don't know much. I've read, but not a lot about it. But certainly the reason I come back, and I'm fortunate, I travel the world going to museums, and my wife and I collect motorbikes and that. But the thing that we like here is Dale's vision, the museum that runs.
That's
and this
right.
is why I always bring my friends back here. Like, we've just come back from the Isle of Man, things like that. But it's that whole spirit, the whole thing about it. And you've got a special project at the moment you're working on?
We've got tons of projects, and right now in the shop of 1937 Knucklehead, a 1934 Factory Hill Climber, 1915 Harley single-speed twin, very rare bike, a 1938 EL Knucklehead, a 1941 model FL, first year for the 74-inch, all decked out with all the doodads and accessories they put on them back then, and goodness, what else we're doing next year's raffle bike?
Yes,
course,
I know.
we'll
I've
continue on
already
motorcycle.
got my tickets in that in the gold.
Well, that's the gold one. So
That's
next year, you're just gonna have to wait and see.
Right, we'll do that. And I noticed there's some buildings taking place outside since I was last here, a service centre or something.
Well, no, right over the way. That's our production studio.
Oh, right.
So that's where we do all of our YouTube content and fine tune everything there. It's where a lot of our digital marketing stuff starts.
All right.
So that. So yeah, out there that was the shower house when this was a campground before we built the building here. And my dad would always keep it as part storage. And then Steve, one of our marketing guys there, works out there and had a space out there, but we just wanted to revamp it and turn it into a more productive space.
No, that's great.
So
I
we
noticed.
also did
Yeah.
this past winter. Since you've been here last week, put in the HVAC. Yeah, I don't know if you were here in the summertime.
Summertime
but it used
is
to be
my word.
brutal.
Always
Oh my
summertime.
gosh. You know, it was 85, 90 degrees upstairs. It was brutal. So we did the HVAC and the big fans, and then just this past winter we finished doing our sprinkler system, fire suppression.
I know. I saw the tragedy that happened to the British Motorcycle Museum.
Terrible.
Things like that. Even though they restored a lot of bikes, they're not the same. Never were.
They never were.
Like slippery sand. There was one gear left in it or something like that. Can't make it right. But Dale, sorry.
Matt. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's been called a lot worse.
Yeah. Matt, we shouldn't take any more of your time because I know part of your philosophy is museum. You're around. That's why I found you. You start the bikes up, things like that. But there's one special bike. What do you consider the rarest bike you've got here?
You know, the rarest bike by definition would be a bike that there's only one of. There's dozens of one-of-a-kind motorcycles here. Now, we have a bike here called the Traub. It's a 1916, completely one-of-a-kind motorcycle down to the last gear. The engine was absolutely handmade, only one ever produced. Transmission, chassis, everything is one-off about this motorcycle. The seat, the carburetor, and the magneto are the only three parts that you'd find anywhere else in the world.
Or was it in behind a brick wall or something?
Found behind a brick wall in 1967, and for 67 until very recently, it was a complete mystery as to who built the bike. And over the past 6 or 7 years, we've been able to find out who the builder actually was. So incredible story, and all these small bits of information that help us formulate our understanding of who this person was. All of that information has come to us one piece at a time from our visitors. So somebody would hear the Traub story, hear about the mystery, get passionate about it, go home and do a little research, and somebody would call and say, hey, we found this, hey, we found this. And over that period of time, literally dozens of people kind of took the effort to go research, and there were dead ends and there were trails that were the wrong direction, but through it all we've been able to figure out who the actual builder was. A remarkable story.
Well, the whole story is remarkable. Thanks again for maintaining the tradition. I love watching YouTube clips. And
You really
like,
watch the channel?
I do. I work in Australia. I'm a subscriber to it. And that.
Thank
So
you
great
very
meeting
much.
you. Thank you very much for talking to
pleasure.
us.
Thank you
and
for
we'll
coming
go
all the way
and
back.
look at some. Don't worry, we'll probably come back again.
I sure
have
hope
this
so.
habit of bringing different people, but I think I might bring the same person back next time.
Excellent.
I'm a keeper.
Excellent. You're a
Okay,
keeper.
thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Right,
Thank
thank
you
you.
guys.
Bye.
Totally. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's goodness, we've got. When did you say you were here last? Four
Just